Alright, good morning everybody. Welcome to Spitfire Saturday. We are on our way from Beale Air Force Base in California to Naval Air Station, Fallon Naval Air Station in Nevada. I thought for some reason they were both in California. So I just have to update that. Good morning, Joseph. Alright. So it's a pretty straightforward flight. It's going to be only about an hour, maybe less. We're going to take off and then just head right over here. We are looking at, we're going to try to get up to about 10,000 feet or so, just to make sure we skirt over any major lakes or mountains. I mean, not lakes, mountains or whatever, but we should be okay. Let me just check something here. All right. We'll make our way there. All right. Keep doing that. All right, let's go ahead and get in here and get things set up so we can be on our way. Should be a fairly quick flight today, only flight today. So should be a nice scenic flight. I've turned off the clouds and everything, so it should be a nice easy scenery, I guess. Something nice for the flight. So hopefully everybody's having a good Saturday. Plane started up here. All right, and let's... I'm okay, Joseph. How are you? It's weird. For a moment there, it said I had one like already, and then it's gone down to 0. I don't know if YouTube's playing up or somebody's liked it and then changed their mind. Alright, there we go. Oh, come on. Doggone it. I'm going to leave that open for right now. Alright, let me just do one other thing here. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, Joseph. I said yes. I'm fine. It's all good. Good morning, Daniel, over in the Posh channel. How are you? Nice to see you here. So this is the Royal Canadian Air Force version of the Spitfire. That's the livery here. There we go. There we go. Alright, now I can see if somebody's over in the Posh channel. I can see who's talking. I can at least see a name or something. I really wish I had a bigger laptop screen so I can see both chats and everything both feeds. Doing all good. Good. Glad to hear that. I'm sure you're on your way to your getting ready for your trip to the chip shop if you haven't gone already. Hello, Patrice. This is where Mr. Adams gets confused. Yeah. You're probably right, Daniel. You're probably right. All right, let's see. I need to do one other thing before we get in the air here. I think we're just coast along here. I need to change that. I need to dial in 350. Okay, perfect. That is our VOR for Naval Air Station Fallon. Going to put my wash my NAS stone and oh, okay. Not gone yet, but we'll be going. Okay. So you're doing gardening today, Joseph? Is that what you're doing? For your Nan. Good morning, Mick. How are you? Nice to see you here. Well, have fun with that, Joseph. I am widely known to not have a green thumb, so that's okay. I'm quite content with that. So the Naval Air Station that we're going to today, Fallon, in Nevada, I remember when I used to visit my grandparents up in Northern California, up by Lake Almanor, the jets would take off from Fallon, and because the area is generally there's not a very high populated area in a lot of spots, so it's they could break the sound barrier, and so my grandfather and I would be sitting, in the back area of where they lived, the cabin, and you could hear them, and the boom, and then they were already on the other side of the lake by the time you heard the boom. They were hauling. So yeah, I was always like, where are they flying from? Now I found out it was from the Fallon Naval Air Station. So we're almost to our runway here. Yeah, do one other thing here real quick. Okay, that's my course I need to be on. Got your subway ready? Did you get your... Oh, thank you, Daniel. Appreciate that. Did you get your internet sorted, or is that still a work in progress, Mick? But at least you're having a good day. You got subway, so... I'm sure you're in the man cave maybe, and you got your Subway sandwich and your drink. You're all settled in for the afternoon, I guess. Work in progress. So the one good thing about my internet service with Spectrum is generally when there's an outage, I can look, you know, very quickly through their app and everything if there's a reported outage and all that, and then it's like, okay, it's not something to do with my router specifically or my service. It's like a area wide sort of thing, and sometimes they're expected outages because they're, you know, they're doing maintenance, and other times it's because of the weather. Sometimes it just, we've had cold weather, it's warmed up, and I think sometimes even though their systems are probably better designed than they were a long time ago, I think it still affects it every once in a while. But generally, yeah, if it's an outage, I can find out immediately on my phone. I think we'll probably dial in Reno approach while we're flying over to Fallon. There we go. Let's line up. Got a fairly long runway, so we'll adjust our power a little bit and get moving, and then keep adjusting the power so we don't go kind of crazy on the off to the side one way or the other. All right, we will be flying, we should be flying still by the time you get back, Daniel, I believe. All right, let's go. All right, we are on our way. And now I just need to wait. Oop, I need to... Alright, now I can go ahead and... 129. There we are. A little crusty salute to Beale Air Force Base. We are on our way to Fallon. Matter of fact, there's where we just departed from, right there. Years ago, and this was many, many years ago, this whole area through here going into Marysville, a lot of this was flooded. It was really, really bad. Yeah, it was insane how bad it was. Looks like we are going to have to turn. What it did was it might have calculated it if I took off the other way. So I'm just going to open this up for just a moment to make sure we get on track here. Just now. Oh, I did it. That's 129 nautical miles. It's 6.68 degrees. Oops-a-daisy. I read the nautical miles instead of the bearing. Alright, I think we can get out of the throttle a little bit here. So one of the things I noticed, if and maybe some of you have as well, if you put in the tail code, like, you know, before we would kind of come up with our own sort of call sign and everything, but if I put BF273 in for my call sign, it automatically identifies me as a Supermarine Spitfire, versus before where it was like we're type and it wouldn't say, and then you know, so that's pretty cool that that's actually tied to your aircraft. So All right, we're on our way. I tell you, it's really handy having this autopilot system in the Spitfire. It makes it so much easier to fly. If I had the yoke and all that kind of stuff, I think I would actually try to fly it properly. You know. Oops, I don't have my nav lights on. Oops, a daisy. Said 11 should be our cruising altitude. I want to go there. Just to be on the safe side. Banded at 12 o'clock, yeah. Well, you know, in some of the multiplayer flights I've been in, a couple people do fly fighter aircraft, whether it's the Spitfire or some of the jets. There's no real dogfighting per se, as far as the, you know, you don't have weapons or anything like that. They just kind of chase each other around. People have been asking for weapons to be shown. Like, they used to show the guns, like you could click here and then they would spawn in right here. But Microsoft Flight Simulator has made it clear they do not want this to turn into a DCS sort of simulator. If people want to do all those things, they can do the DCS thing, and that's, you know, that's their option. But they don't want. But people can kind of fly around and have fun, but they are not going to. On the PC side, I know you could get mods that you can have the weapons and stuff like that. They can show different things, but yeah, there's no. They've made it clear that's not what they want this to be about. Some people were a bit like about that, you know, like, you know, why can't we just have it anyway? Ooh, look at that. Oh, we got to come back here someday and fly through this. Look at this. That is just turd and burning area right there. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Combat. Yeah, I think they've kind of gotten away with it because DCS is pretty popular on its own. So, look at that. That is... Oh man. That is just all kinds of area to go flying through as fast as possible. Man. Wow. Look at that. That looks like a lot of fun right through there. I'm almost half tempted to hop in the F-14 after this and take off from Beale and head through here for a couple flights. I haven't done that in a while. Oh boy, that is really tempting. Or maybe take the F-16 through there. Oh, come on, really? Oh, come on. It's Saturday, I don't need these headaches with stream has no data. It's got data. Anyway, yeah, wow, that is... Wow. Hello, Stealth. That is fantastic looking, though. I mean, I wonder how... far could we go through this area here before we have to climb out of there? That looks very tempting. Wow. That looks amazing. Well, I am half tempted to do an extra flight. Just switch over to an aircraft and just go blazing through here. Still got 83 nautical miles to our destination. Go through here. Wow, there's like a whole area we could just go running through. Wow. That is very tempting. That is very tempting. I really wish I had the yoke and all that kind of stuff just to really make it interesting, because I think I could fly through there a lot better than I can with the controller. I mean, some of it's kind of straightforward. There's no real like sharp turns, but yeah, I'm gonna have to come back here another day. That should be Lake Tahoe, I believe. I think I'm going to need to climb a few more 1,000 feet. Yeah, that's got to be Lake Tahoe. I believe that is Lake Tahoe right there. Used to visit up there every once in a while. It's a pretty nice area. Of course, the prices of houses up there just went through the roof. Yeah, it's a really nice area. You can go fishing. There's a lot of water skiing, and people go fishing out there. Just go out on the lake and drink themselves. Wow, look at that stutter. Wow, that's bad. That was really bad. Yeah, really nice area up here. Of course, they have casinos, I believe. Is it Lake Tahoe? I think they have casinos in Lake Tahoe. I think we can kind of level off here because it looked like we need to go a little bit higher, but I may have. Let's see how much farther we got to go. We are 54 nautical miles from our destination. I think now that we are somewhat over the hills, through the woods, we will go to grandmother's house. Let's go ahead and get back down to 11,000. Yeah, this really helps with the flying. Sunlight effects are like a dream. Yeah, I would agree. When it looks like that, yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, really good stuff. Now I think we're heading over east or west. So I think what I did is I tried to time it so that it's going to be a daytime flight, but it looks like we're flying in like late afternoon, early evening. So it looks like the sun's setting behind us, kind of. So, which is fine. It'll make for a nicer flight, I think, some nicer lighting and everything, because you could kind of see it's like that. You got that warm. Welcome back there, Daniel. It's kind of warmer now looking than it was before. So yeah, it's gonna be almost dark by the time we get to Naval Air Station Fallon, which is good. I like this sort of lighting coming over these mountains and everything. So now we should be heading over into we should be in Nevada now. And then we should be going, I think we go near Reno, Nevada, I think, if I remember correctly. But we may be just kind of south of Reno, Nevada. I've been through there many times. I think it's called the biggest little city. Reno was very popular, one of those areas that kind of sprung up during the gold rush era, I do believe. And everybody was out here looking for gold, trying to strike it rich. You know, of course, then people set up saloons and gambling houses to try to take. Aha, see? There we are. We are near our destination then. I think we can go ahead and start dropping some more altitude here. Yeah, it's going to be a... Yep, the sun is definitely setting. You're welcome, Daniel. Glad to see you back in time. We just had a nice cruise over the... over from California into Nevada. You got Reno in northern Nevada, and you got Las Vegas to the south. You could drive between. Actually, the drive between the two, I don't think is too long of a drive, because it's pretty much, you know, it's open. You know, it's not a major highway, but you can get out there and really kind of zip along, and as long as you don't get caught by the state troopers or anything, you could probably do at least 100 miles an hour. But you got to be careful. The state troopers hide very well. They know where to go to, so hang out to watch for people coming in speeding. So aha, I didn't put the ident on. Oh, put on the lights already. Look at that, the lights automatically came on. I like it. Yeah, this is coming out really well. Like I didn't expect that, but sometimes that's the best things that we do in our flying. We just do things we didn't expect. So yeah, it looks good, I think. Oops. So we are looking for runway. I think it's 31 left. So there'll be two major runways. We want the left one, and then we'll put it on the ground. We'll kind of circle around and come back in, put it on the ground nice and easy, hopefully. See how much farther we got to go. 24 nautical miles. Let's try to drop down a little bit more altitude. Make it a little bit easier for us to spot her. It was busy at the chip shop this week. Oh, well, I guess that's good for the chip shop owner. Always a good thing when it's busy. Pulling some money. Joseph, you're still there. How are you getting on with your gardening duties? I think if you need any advice, Mick will be happy to give you some advice. He spends quite a bit of time out in the garden. That's something I've never been able to really get into. It's never been my thing. Oh wow, look at that. I don't want to go too low because this area is up in a little bit higher altitude usually. So if I figure if I get through here at this altitude, then I think I'll be okay. Interestingly enough, see, I always wonder, is it supposed to, is the active one on the top or the bottom? No, the volume's on. Interesting. Okay. Well, maybe it doesn't send out a the beep beep beep, the Morse code for NAS or for NFL actually. All right, so we are 11 nautical miles, so we should be able to see Naval Air Station Fallon. It should be over there in front of us somewhere. Let's see if we can spot it. Actually, I think from here I should be able to just go ahead and request landing clearance. Yep. Yeah. Oh wow, okay, there it is. Alright, so we're just gonna fly through that and get an idea where we're gonna line up at, or what's our runway look like. And then so let's go ahead and switch that off. Now I know where generally the area it is. Kind of cheated there, but that's okay. That should be it right there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, let's go over this way a little bit. Oops. Yep, there it is, right there. Should be our destination. Yep, there it is. I think we are about at the good enough altitude to... There's 3-1 left. Should be it right there. Yeah. That's our... Okay. Alright. I've got a plan. Let's execute the plan. Turn that off. Well done, autopilot getting us here. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Garden is a nice sun trap for us. Sit out there with a nice cup of tea, triangle sandwiches, and cake while catching some sun rays sorted. Yeah, always a good time, it sounds like. I just couldn't do the actual work. I don't mind the stuff that you're talking about, Mick, but the actual work, no thanks. All the planning and all that kind of fussing. Like, you know, years ago, an area near where I grew up in Livermore, they had this really fantastic like nursery. You know, you could go in and buy flowers and all kinds of stuff for your garden and all that. And I always like, you know, like, does somebody go in and go like, hey, do you have the latest blah blah blah? And, you know, does it come with so many pets? You know, like what? How does that? You know, how does that work as a hobby? You know, whereas, you know, if you go into like a comic book store, hey, do you have the latest issue of blah blah blah? Oh yeah. Or, you know, a camera store, do you have this latest lens? Or, you know, what is it about gardening? Where, you know, like like my coworker one time years ago she was like, why do you go to the car races? What do you get out of it? And I was like, well, what do you get out of gardening? For you, it's relaxing. For me, it's the same thing, you know. But I'd never had a green thumb, and I don't think I ever want to be honest. I mean, unless something changes, but I just don't see that happening in my life, to be honest, you know. I mean, I had this whole idea in my mind when somebody would go into the nursery and they would looking for their seeds or whatever. And the salesperson would be like, you know, explaining the latest seed for like the roses or something. I'm sitting here watching the wife cut the grass. Oh, see, my stepdad, he's got one of those riding mowers. It's easier for him to any grass there at their house. He just does the riding mower thing and takes care of it. And he can take he could drop the mower thing, and then he could use it has like a little wagon cart thing kind of that he can hitch up to it, and then he can put like dead wood in there, you know, cleaning up the yard, so that way he's not like having to move it himself. He just does it all. He puts it all in there and then just takes it somewhere. And he got like a nice clearing in the back that he'll, when they're able to, he'll just burn it, you know. But he has to get a burn permit and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, he'll just pile it all together and then burn it, and it's dealt with. But it's easier for him with that little tractor mower kind of thing. He loves it. And it's like right there on the, you know, like he's got a shed for it, so he just pulls that in there and unhooks the trailer or whatever whenever he needs it. He's got like a little shop for it, I guess. Alright, let's try to get... See, this is the crazy part right here. Trying to get the prop slowed down so we can... Alright. Let's go ahead and get... It's like they didn't leave the lights on for us. That's okay. We know where we're going. My mom will help out a little bit with the gardening, but generally my stepdad does all that kind of yard cleanup and everything. Sometimes they'll hire somebody to help out. I've done it before if I've been up there visiting. Not that it's my favorite thing to do, but you know. For years it was either I would go up there and I would help with the gardening stuff, or I would be trying to program the VCR for my mom, because she'd be like, well, the power went out, can you reprogram it? Maybe if you write down the instructions, Mom, you could do it yourself. You know, just keep the instructions right by the the VCR. I know I should, but you know, it's easier for you to do it. Oh, okay. Or the famous, can you reach up here and grab this? You're taller than me. Oh, yeah, I know, it's the curse. It's a blessing and a curse. It's like she would wait. Like I felt like she would wait for me to visit. Can you reach this for me? Like I felt like how long have you needed this thing? You know. Got step ladders. Why can't you just climb up on the step ladder and grab it? I did have. Oh. All right, here we go. Pardon me, I'm going to try to put this thing on the ground. Let me turn the laptop away so I don't get distracted while we come in here in the evening to Naval Air Station Fallon. The lovely Supermarine Spitfire. Royal Canadian Air Force livery today. Oh, Canada. Nice long runway, make it easier to got our runway. We're not gonna have it all blotted out by the nose of the plane there. Here we are. There we are. Okay, where's the tap? Oh, I gotta see you. I turned off the guide. Always forget about that. There we are. On behalf of myself and the entire flight crew, I'd like to welcome you to Naval Air Station Fallon, Nevada. Local time is actually 5:28 in the morning. We know and appreciate that you have many options when it comes to your Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream viewing pleasures, and we are glad that you chose to fly with us today. We will be back tomorrow, 6:30 Eastern, 11:30 UK. Since you guys are going back to the 5-hour difference, we'll readjust my time so everybody can do what they need to do first. So we'll be on the trains tomorrow first. We will do that, and then get our lights up a little bit more. There we go. We like a well-lit plane, don't we? So yeah, we'll do the trains first, and then we will go flying over Berlin for a little flying tour of Berlin tomorrow. I'm not sure what plane I'm going to fly in yet. I will find something interesting, I'm sure, to fly in. Try to have something a little low and slow so we can kind of take in the scenery. Whoa, old crankman. What's that for? I'm not sure what the Would you care to elaborate? My phone won't upload. Oh. I don't know. I wonder if it's a problem with YouTube maybe right now, possibly. You know, anything's possible with YouTube. I wish this thing had like taxi lights. Well, at least we had a nice little evening landing here. Hello, Amela. You just got here just in time. We're ready to park it. We just landed here in Nevada at Naval Air Station Fallon. We're going to be parking it and wrapping this thing up. Quick little video today. But I did see some spots. We're going to come back to this area, actually over by Beale Air Force Base, because I saw a lot of canyons that are just begging to be flown through in a jet, I think. Either the Tomcat or maybe even the MB339, just to get a feel for the canyons and twists and turns and not so much loop-de-loos, but the usual turning and burning that we like to do, that we used to do on sometimes back in the day, either after the Spitfire or right after Scenic Sunday or something. Yeah. Try to fly inverted, upset people's stomachs. Speaking of which, I haven't seen Bex in a while. I think she disappeared. Sue also. Haven't seen Sue in a while. Maybe they're lurking, who knows? Alright, well, we'll park it and we'll wrap this thing up. Yeah, quick little flight. We had some nice scenery, I think, on the way, and then if I lived in California, I would probably wake up every... well, yeah, I guess. I mean... F1 drivers have been forced to race this weekend. Why weren't they going to race this weekend? That doesn't make any sense. I haven't heard about that. That's an interesting development. just a little bit more here. There it is. All right, let's go ahead and shut the engine off. And there's our battery. All right, 40 minutes of flying. There we go. Not too bad. All right, that's going to do it for today. Thank you all for coming in and hanging out. We got 40 minutes of flying done. Well, a missile landed 6... Oh! Yikes. All right, that's an interesting turn of events. Did not know that. So anyway, that will do for today. I will see you all tomorrow. We'll do some train simming first. I'm not sure what route we're going to do. Maybe we'll go do a route on the Peninsula Corridor or something. I don't know. We'll find something out. We'll figure something out. So until then, do enjoy the rest of your Saturday morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Maybe it's possibly almost early Sunday morning. I will see you all tomorrow, 6:30 Eastern, 11:30 UK, since the time's changing again. So be prepared for that, and we'll do a little run on the train, and then we'll go flying over Berlin. All right, take care until then. Peace. Live long and prosper.